cold. Ooh, got some wet spots. I'm here. I'm late. I got a bad voice. I'm still doing my thing. I'll wait. We had rockets going off, so that's why I'm late. I couldn't get on. Oh, God, this thing. I'm gonna choke it. Let me see. Okay. So far, so sucky. Why don't you want to stay there? What's wrong with you? Oh, it's too tall for up here. Of course it is. How about right here? Okay, I'm here. They were shooting off rockets about 45 minutes ago, so I had issues getting on. In case anything goes wrong, I'll log back on again in case we get turned off. Hasn't been that long. Hello, everybody. They're launching rockets a little while ago, like less than an hour ago. Oh man, it's freezing. Booyah. We are cold. Ooh, it's chilly. The Canadian crazy minus 50 is up. What's up, tea lover? Oh, I always wanted one of those. I love them. I also like the chervil. He looks like he's got the pointy ears with the black spots, like a leopard tiger stripe. He's got stripes and spots, but I love the chervils. I always wanted a Bengal. Oh, I always wanted a bobcat. We almost tried it. My father found some baby bobcat kittens. I found this little guy, itty bitty little guy, was this all black kitten. We called him Blackie. That's when John Stamos was on General Hospital. That was his character name, Blackie. So we named him after him because he had the jet black shiny hair. And this cat was the Tasmanian devil. We kept it for almost 4 months. People were afraid of this cat. My stepfather, the cop, 6'4", 260 pounds, a muscle guy, he was petrified of this kitten. It was a kitten. It was the size of Duke, who was sleeping. I have to wake him up in a few minutes. I'll wait till everybody, if anybody gets here. Hello, Teresa. Friggin' Elon Musk. I'm a mess. Look at this. Look at this. This is 3 trips to Home Depot in one day. Oh, I'm gonna show you a little bit in a minute. I'll give you a little teaser. I'm on the wrong side of the van. Actually, I'm sitting in the middle. Oh, God. Well, don't worry. That's coming our way because Texas has got freeze warnings or whatever. The big chills hitting them. They just had a huge emergency meeting. The FEMA meetings. Ah! Oh, I've been watching the blizzards, live coverage. The good old days. Those were the best parts. Snow detail. Snow deployments. Oh. But it is nippy, nippy, nippy. It got so humid. Even though it was 70, it felt like 90. I was sitting here in like nothing. Dying yesterday. And it was pretty warm this morning. Now all of a sudden, I'm shaking. I'm so cold. I'm going to heat up my racetrack coffee in a minute. And put a little Bailey's in it. Because I deserve it. Where do you see what I did in one day? I had problems with my lounge. Part of it was starting to rip, and it's right where I was sitting, and there was no way to switch it around sideways. So I was having a conniption fit all last night. I was watching the videos of what's her face. Oh, I was watching Ladybug out, my Bikini Lee, Minivan Lee, and this other guy, I saved it, and I'm gonna put it up on my playlist. Can you guys see the playlists I have up? Are those public? If not, I'm gonna have to find it and then I'll post it, because this is what I wanted the van. This is what the van's supposed to look like. This one video, and I finally found it again. So I went to the storage unit, emptied everything out back here. My problem is I'm running out of lights, and from moving the entire van, I can't find anything. Oh, Lord. I lost my lipstick. Everything's a wreck. Oh, come on. Okay. We got a light. We're having light issues today. That's the problem. Wait, no. Oh, not that one. Doesn't this look like R2-D2? Oh. Okay, and then I'm going to give you the little tour around. The back looking a little different back there. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, there's something different back there. Jane went shopping. I started off going for 3 more of those black and yellow guys on the roof, because the lids, you could stand on it. They're so strong. So when I was watching Ladybug out with her little thing here, and then it extends out, I said, you know what? I got the storage unit. What the hell am I doing with all this crap in the car? For the last 2 days, I dumped everything out. There is nothing back here. There is nothing. It's gone. It's empty. These bright lights, yeah. And I'll show you. There's nothing here. Nothing. The whole floor is empty. Well, except for this has to go. I couldn't get rid of this in time. I actually forgot it was here. It was under a blanket. So this is leaving. I put the bookshelf, if you could see this better. We need a wider angle. I don't have it. The van is not big enough. So what I did was, we'll start at the front. Let's try this. That's the driver's seat right there. I put the bookshelf, here, behind the driver's seat where the bed was. Which gave me all of this floor here. Because here is the toilet, between the seats. You'll get a better view if I zoom out this way. There you go. Here's the toilet in the middle of the seats. This used to be the lounge chair. Issues. Now it's keeping everything in the storage room off the floor, in case we have any more crazy storms. Oh, sorry, Duke. Over here is still the same. So now I'll be cooking over here on top of the toilet, in between everything. The bed, I'm going to get better lights back here. Hold on. The bed is now going sideways from one window. Whoop, 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 whoop. From one window. And that's the pillow. That's the back. Right here. The back of the van. So my feet are going back there somewhere. And this guy is plastic. The other side, do you know those those plastic Rubbermaid closets in the shed? This is a Home Depot has it. It must be new because I haven't seen it before. It's a modular shed. IKEA used to have this thing of these cubes. Some were rectangles and some were squares. Some had doors, and you can put doors on if you wanted to, and you can make whatever shape thing you wanted to. That's what this is. They come in small cabinets just to screw onto the walls. Van life stuff. I picked that whole thing up by myself. It snaps together. No tools necessary. And those things, my father had one. It's over 15 years old. I was so pissed, but there was no way to even cut it in half to put it in the van that I left it there. It was on sale, $80 or less than, what did I get it for? 70 something dollars. I probably should have waited till Monday, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't sleep one more night. So the other side is black on this side, which is very pretty. It looks nice to make a wall, right? It makes a nice looking wall. It's like it matches the color. It's like mushroom color in the van. It's kind of taupey ivory. So it's the same color as the van. That's the back. Only issue was that it's a little, about 5 inches wider than I thought it was. So it's taking up a lot of room, except for this pillow, which is only, tiny. That's it. Just a tiny to the wall. So I kind of got a little screwed, but what I'm gonna do is go back, get some more pine boards like the one I showed you, the pieces of pine shelf, put them on top of those 2 black storage boxes. So all I gotta do is slide one of the shelves out right here in front of my treasure chest. Let's see if we get a better light on that. All the other lights are up front, and then just put my feet right here. My feet. Oh yeah, look at my stupid slippers. Okay. The lady in the park gave them to me. She saw them in the store. Hey Denise, we're here. They were sending off rockets. I was late anyway. And I couldn't sleep. I've been up since I don't even know what time, like 5:45. Today was it's like an insomnia psycho day today. Plus I've been eating nothing but sugar. I gotta heat up this coffee because I'm putting my Baileys in it. Shh. Oh, it's freezing. How are you guys doing? A little chilly up there? A little nippy? Hey Jim. Hey Jim. Oh, I'll give you the tour. I'm gonna do a daytime video. I'm sitting. Oh, and I finished most of the roof. Look how beautiful. All the way to the handle. Through the handle. And almost all the way back. Well, that's where my family's pictures are here. But I made it look the same up front by adding one extra. So, kind of makes a funky looking cross shape, like. Hey Shannon, how you doing? So, I've been busy. I like it. I think it looks really cool. I think it's gonna look nice when it's done. What do you think? Oh, woof. I was watching, who was I watching today? Oh, Bruce, Van Life Jr. They came on at like 3 in the morning, our time. They did a live because they had to stay awake. It's minus 49 degrees up there. It's insane. Thank you. I think I'm the only one that's got rocks on the roof. Ha! And where do you see that closet back there? This thing is excellent. I love it. I'm trying to make decisions. Tomorrow I'm going to make the video and you see, because I'm thinking of taking this, putting it here, right? then have a little couch. Oh, no, I can't. Then I can't open the doors. Oh, but it looks so nice from the back. Hell with it. I was trying to think of another way, but I forgot about opening the doors. It was like opening the drawers. I only had this much room between the chaise lounge and this to get my drawers open. I could never get anything out of the bottom. Now I can get my bottom drawers open. Look, I can reach them. Actually get to my stuff. That's next, is sorting out. These 9 drawers are really cool. Every one of them is a junk drawer, and I redo it like every 3 months, and it just does it. I have to designate this one as my nightstand drawer. Oh, and you didn't even see the best part. I saved the best for last. I'm so excited over this. I have to probably get on the floor. Ugh. Where do you see this? Now, this is the passenger side, where the gate is in the door, right? Dun 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 dun. My sink. It gets better. Wait. I took that big giant box off the bottom and just took the pedestal. Then while I was in Home Depot, I found a very nice pot, and I put the pedestal, the sink, in. I gotta move you sideways for a minute, sorry, so you can actually see it. In the clay pot. Isn't that pretty? And then it comes out of the pot. I think it looks nice. There it is. Look at my sink. Yes, those are bricks. They didn't have the river rocks. Here, I'm getting a bag tomorrow of these river rocks, and I'm pouring it in to the pot to hold it in place. I love this guy. He has a little soap dispenser. Isn't he cute? Soap, 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 soap. And this is my faucet. I don't know how you're supposed to change the screen in there. I haven't figured out. There's the pipe that comes down. And if I want to, it can go right in there. I got a small bottle from the dollar store, one of those tall water bottles, and put it in the bottom inside the river rocks. And then it can either drain there or it can go right out the door. That's where it was supposed to be. So I'm kind of sitting on a couch. Alright, I made a couch because there's the foam. It's pretty big, so I'm using that as a back. And then I made like a little day bed, and then it goes over to here. I put my speaker in, if you can see it. My speaker into the next window. So I made like the bench goes up the armrest, down like this, and then back up this side up to here, so I could actually lean against the window. So I took a little bit of everybody's. I've been up for days. I haven't slept for days. My brain, I have to start painting and get rid of some of this. I used to paint all the time, and I don't. Yes. And you'll see all the room in here once I get everything, those boxes back there, those things will go back there. That's like my coffee, put all my food and stuff over there. Oh, I'm freezing. I gotta make the coffee. What have you guys been up to? And the storm that never came, Jesus, although I'm glad I got everything I need because I'm beat. I'm not gonna move tomorrow. I'm gonna take a Celebrex before I go to sleep, or maybe one of the Oxycontins. I haven't decided yet. I found those. Oh, Damn. I felt okay. I've been eating a shitload of sugar. I think it's catching up to me. My liver is having some issues with the liver. I got really sick yesterday while I was doing this. I did the McDonald's thing like they asked me to. And holy crap, I got sick as a dog. But it wasn't the pancreas didn't start first, it was the liver. The liver is not pumping out bile or the enzymes to the stomach, to the pancreas, which causes the pancreas to then release insulin. So what I gotta do is I gotta go to the health food store. I used to take them. My mother was giving them to me. I think my mother knew what was gonna happen. You know what I mean? She just didn't, I think, know how to tell me. And she started buying me all these different things and the calcium supplements and the enzymes. Try to get off the Prilosec. You got to save your kidneys. That's all she kept worrying about, was me getting off of Prilosec and saving my kidneys. So she bought me, I think it was Dr. Michaels. He's a doctor in Florida, but he sells on QVC. Looks like Burt's Bees with a yellow label. So you take like 3 enzyme capsules, or I'd have to take 4 with every meal. You take it 15 minutes before you eat. So it breaks down, and then you put the food on top of it. And with all the enzymes that your liver is not releasing, the pancreas starts to release. So I have to eat sugar all day long. I ran out of strips. I ran out of strips, and I got to call United Healthcare on Monday to speak with the supervisor, because the people on the weekends can't make those kinds of decisions. So we'll see. Eventually, I just got to wait for them to mail it. But I got my card. It bounced back to me. So I must not, I forgot. I wasn't in the first round that went out because I'm a loser. L. It's at the end. So mine had just went out like 2 days after I forwarded my mail to the post office. I got my Social Security. I got the insurance card came in the mail. So I'm hoping, since I got it, they can just activate it, since I just received it, and just turn it on, because nothing's changing. Fingers crossed. And I found my nail polishes. I found my blue one. I'm overtired. That was a lot to do in one day. I did half at the storage unit, a third. I did another third in the, then I went from the storage unit at 7 o'clock this morning to the library about 9 o'clock. I was there almost 2 hours. I pulled everything out, rearranged the storage unit, and just dumped everything out of the van. I said, I have to see if it can fit. There can't be anything in it. Hell with it. Nobody's broken into it. It hasn't flooded. There's no bugs. I didn't want to dump everything off right away until I saw what kind of place it was, because we're a little close to the river. So I was worried about rats and stuff. But there's nothing in there but clothes. So, and there's no chew holes, and I used all those minty rodent repelling bags, and I'm gonna get a bunch of glue traps and lay it around. The whole world's in there. That storage unit, I picked the right one. Everybody in there is living out of their car. Everybody. I haven't seen one person coming in, and it is mobbed. It is mobbed. I met a very nice gentleman at Home Depot. In case you're not here, I forgot. Hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you today. We were talking and about van life and stuff. Him and his wife were debating about it, you know, getting the RV and taking off. My aunt and uncle took off and never came home. They went for a 2-week vacation out to go to Lake Mead. All right, Richard went there, and he stayed for, I forget what, it was in his off season. I think he stayed 3 months in the same spot and didn't leave. You can't do that anymore. You can only stay 5 days now. But back then it was indefinite. My aunt and uncle went there. They stayed for 9 months and never left. They found a tree, parked right by the tree, and they never left. They called my cousin and said, we're going to be a while. I think we're going to stay here 6 months. Told them where they was. He just left. They just left him, dumped the keys on him. He was in college. Have fun. I paid the taxes for the year. What he didn't know is that they weren't coming back. They didn't come back for a year and a half. They went everywhere. So it's a great life. I've been in a trailer and traveled up and down, but we were just talking about how hard it is to get into the parks. And then the park here, he was warning me about the park. And I'm like, I know. I said, I don't even want to go there after what happened with Babyface Nelson trying to bust in. But it's getting hairy. It's getting hairy. It really is. And there's a lot of what I see in Home Depot. I saw Michigan, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, a lot of Wyomings. That's like the fourth Wyoming. A bunch of Michigans are here. Uh, First Montana I've seen. I'm gonna start writing the plates down. It's gonna be like the bingo game driving through Florida. What plate do you see? You don't have to leave the state. Um, Arizona, Nevada, everybody from Quartzsite plate area, say, that way. Everybody's over here. What, did it get cold over there? Or is it raining again and they're getting flooded out? It's like we got a rush of people from Arizona and stuff. It's madness. We are packed. Packed. We got like a whole flood of people in the last couple of days. Like, I'd say like there's an extra maybe 1,000 people in the stores. It's mobbed. Home Depot was crowded today. Now, when I went in, there weren't as many people inside as the cars that were outside. The parking lot was full, completely full, all the way to the end where you wouldn't even think of walking. You can say to hell with that and come back tomorrow. There wasn't like no spaces. So that's it. I gave him some names of the Canadians, but I was watching Bruce Van Life Jr. They were up all night. Their diesel was freezing. It's that cold that diesel's freezing at minus 49 degrees? I thought it had to be like minus 80 or like, minus 120. Gas is freezing and their diesel's freezing. Tonight, I was wondering, I want to see if they come back. That's why I want the coffee. I want to see if they come back on again tonight. They have to keep starting their car every 2 hours and then running it for about an hour and a half and then turn it off and turn it back on. The gas lines are freezing and they're adding kerosene to their diesel. I've never heard of that. Never really heard of that. But they're doing that tonight and I was curious. I wanted to see how it turned out. But, yeah, it's damn cold. And we had little tornadoes blew through yesterday. A bunch of trees got ripped down. When I told you the van was rocking, it knocked down the trees outside the library that I found. It ripped the covers off of dumpsters. So we had a little right here in the parking lot. They're right on the other side of me, of these buildings. So I was like, damn, when I felt it going side to side like this, that's what it was. My straps held on, my solar panel's still there. Thank God for the 10,000-pound van. I didn't get blown over. I'm looking for my tea kettle. I'm thirsty. Have some of my tea. What's going on with everybody else? I'm exhausted. You get so tired, you're like, that's how I feel. Like I've been up for 3 days straight. I was moving this puzzle piece around in my head, and I came up 3 inches short of putting the sink right behind the driver's seat. Stupid handles. See, if I ripped that stupid molding off, I'd have another 4 inches like everybody else. I was afraid to do that. Oh. I think that's what I'm going to do. I know I've been all over the place. It's been over in my head. So tomorrow is the vitamin store. A health food store. Then I got to figure out what happened with the gym because I'm missing another almost $70 this month, which I owed 35 and 35. So I think they took what I owed out. I got to know if I owe for this month. So Monday I'll check all that out. Straighten out health insurance, fix the gym. But I got such a bug to do this. I was watching the guy build that van. I watched the whole video. It was like an hour and 20 minutes. And I went back to see where I went wrong with some things that I originally did. And I saw the layout. I said, oh my God, this is what I wanted. This is the layout I was supposed to have with all my plywood I left in the shed. And I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, my glasses. I took them off. No. Yeah, this is the only pair I could find, right? I got my red ones. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's, some big thing going up in Oregon is becoming, it's like the new quartzite now. Now they have this huge place up in Oregon. I was watching these other people who run a thing up there. I was like, that's a really far place to go. And isn't it really cold up there right now? And all it does is rain up there. So if it rains all summer, it's got to snow all winter in Oregon, possibly. In Washington. I don't understand. Well, the forests. It's closer to Canada. Those trees are enormous. We used to have up where I used to live upstate because it's basically at the Adirondacks, even say, okay, with those states, we had trees like redwoods. It's called Tuxedo Park. And hey, Rare Breeds, how you doing, Mr. and Mrs.? Yes, I was late. They shot off rockets and I didn't know what was going up. I was moving crap around the van. I'll do a quick recap because I'm going to do a whole video tomorrow during the day. I had problems with the lounge chair. So I had to take it out to see if I could fix it. I couldn't fix it. So I moved everything around to where we were talking about putting the drawers, the dresser in front of the door behind the driver's seat and moving it that way to give me the space. I did it. I'm tired. I took everything out. It's all in the storage unit. I'm sitting on the floor. I'm sitting on the freaking floor. And look, I got my sink right next to the bed. I put it sideways from window to window. I go tomorrow to get one more pine shelf, and like Lady Bug Out, she pulls out her bottom and then her thing extends. I only need it for my feet, for like my knees down, so I only need like about 3 feet. So I'm gonna see if they'll cut it a little shorter for me and just pull it in and out and make my bed extend out. So I made a couch and I finished the ceiling almost. I was short a couple of tires. I gotta go in, but yeah, it worked. We were dying to put the couch, to put it this way, so I made a little couch. I bought a, I gotta show her this because this is what we were thinking of doing, but we ran out of time because I got sick. I went, and that's the back of my couch. So that's the gate side is over here. I switched heads. And that's the other window. And I put the fish scales up. So I did what we were thinking of doing. It worked. It'll work once I pull out my thing. So I'm sitting, the whole floor is empty. There's nothing here but me. Yes. Oh, it came out so nice. It came out so nice. It was just halfway done. So I got 2 more of those boxes on the roof. That's what this is sitting on. So I'm low down. I'm not up in the window. And it looks really nice. And the dresser's right here. Oh, I didn't turn my heart lights on. I forgot. But, yeah. And then this is going in the back tomorrow. And the toilet. Now I could cook right here. Sitting on the floor, I'm going to make coffee. Right by the gate. This is the gate. But I love my sink. Right next to the bed. And I sit right here and do my stuff. Oh, I feel better. I went back to... Why is this falling over? I went back to the dollar store and they have the BB cream. It's just moisturizer with foundation in it. You can do that by yourself. I used to do that a long time ago. My mom and my grandma used my grandmother with the Pond's and cold cream all over her face. She didn't want no wrinkles. So she showed me how to put a couple of drops of foundation into a blob of moisturizer. So I've always done that, and it actually comes out better. It looks better on here. Thank you. The chaise lounge is, no, it's in the storage unit. Right now it's currently holding everything up off the floor so it doesn't get wet. So it is of use. I want to see if I could fix it. Started letting go. That's why it was outside. One of the parts. So when I took it out to see if I could fix it, and I was looking, and I was like, all I gotta do is pull those drawers out, move that over, and I could put that thing aside. Screw it, let me try it. So I just emptied the whole van into the storage unit. Everything's been good. The people are super nice, and everybody there is homeless. And they're good with that, and they don't care. So, that's okay. It's alright. It's serving a purpose. I'd have to pay that much to buy shelves to keep my stuff off the floor anyway. So, I'm looking at it in that sense. Because I bought one of those Rubbermaid. It's a short one, a Rubbermaid tool. The tool cabinets that you use outside in the garage, the Rubbermaid plastic cabinet closets. Home Depot makes them in sections, all different size cubes, and they make little cabinets to put on the walls. All out of the same thing. It's got a whole, it looks cool. It looks cool. They did it in a garage, but they did it so that there was like a sink, and somebody cut a hole in this and dropped the sink into it. So they're going after, Home Depot's big time going after van lifers. So if you're looking for something lightweight, I picked that whole thing up by myself after I snapped it together. No tools necessary. It's very lightweight. I was like, I wish I'd get more of that. But the stuff is fairly big. But you could do a whole van build out of that, and it looks really nice. You'll see tomorrow. I gotta get the handles on. It was good. So, that's all I needed. I just wanted to make sure I was telling everybody no bugs and rats and, thieving and, But, yeah, that place is mobbed. That place is mobbed, and a lot of out-of-state plates in there. That's how I know. I saw 3 cars from the park in there this morning, and when I had to make a second trip back, I went back a little while ago to dump off some other stuff, and I saw another 2 people from the park. I don't know why this is falling over. It's not cooperating. Let me try it here. Maybe it's... Oh, it's not level. Okay. I keep forgetting the van is crooked, too. So, I can do this. Let's do that. Hold on. Okay, I gotta be a little low for a few minutes. I gotta heat up the coffee. Hold on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do I do with that? I'm looking for something. Hold on a minute. Okay. So what did everybody else do? I was trying to go back. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was trying to tell those people, you want to do it, you want to do it. He said, but you just sleep out in the parking lot. I said, honey, aren't you afraid of being alone? I said, alone? I said, there's about 30 other cars in here. Get out of here. I said, oh no, the lots are full. I said, you ever get bored, start driving around. I said, you guys are thinking about it? I said, take a ride after midnight. I said, every single strip mall is mob, Publix. They don't care. They're not bothering anybody. We are completely a mess. And he said, what happened to all the people? Why are all the locals out like this around here? I said, because FEMA came and kicked everybody out. I said, they finally made it I said, did anything happen to your house with Nicole and Ian? He says, no. He said, we were lucky, nothing happened. I said, well, 5 people in my trailer park, including myself, got kicked out. Another 3 or 4 here. 6 or 7 in one. He said, oh no. I said, they went trailer park to trailer park, finally, with the housing inspector and the water. I said, water and housing and FEMA are all like one thing, Board of Health and the water department now. That sucks. So now they get you both at once. That's awful. He was like, I was wondering what happened to the park. He said, there's so many people in there. I said, yeah. I said, you're looking at almost 5,000 people. Just became homeless since March. He's like, holy shit. I said, yeah, that's why. You see a lot of Florida plates out here. Those are all the people who got kicked out by FEMA. And DeSantis better run for his life. He better either move out of Florida or find another place to live and go hide. People are going to come and get him soon. You're talking about cutting Medicare, Medicaid, and making you work till you're 80 or maybe 82. They upped Richards to, I think it was 74. He was almost 10 years because his job's sitting, but it is stressful, but it's also dangerous. So someone that age can do what he was doing for a living, but not a good idea. I had a hair tie. I took it off. But that's nuts. I heard all that today. Haley wants to cut Social Security benefits. That people are getting too much a month. Are you kidding me? They're gonna make all those widows give up their husband's Social Security and take their own. Watch and see what happens. I bet that's what they're gonna do to save money. That you can only collect your own. But cutting Medicaid? What the hell are they gonna cut? They don't pay for anything anyway. Oh no, this whole county is trailer parks because of the fishing. The fishermen. They feed the restaurants over here. We're the ones catching all the fresh fish for lunch. We have there's got to be 8 of them just surrounding his hotel over there. We have 7 in a row over here, and they are enormous. I mean, like 400, 500, 600 spots. They're huge. It's like every mile is another trailer park. Ours are back to back. side by side by side by side by side for about 10 miles. And those trailer parks go all the way down to Jensen Beach. The fishermen who catch the fish up and down the river. And there's some fish that you can only catch in this river. The red grouper. What's that ugly one? I forget the name of it, and everybody loves it. Oh, crap, I need a towel. Yeah. And Margaritaville is going up over here. They're building even more of them. All the fishermen got kicked out. They spend all that money on their boat. They can't afford a house. And all that equipment. Plus, a lot of the army is over here living in there. Most of those trailer parks are military. Mine is. My entire trailer park is only ex-military. And Coast Guards. All 4 branches are in there, plus the Coast Guard. They said they let them in. But you got a lot of them like that down here. The guy who originally built the park built it, I think, for that reason. It was for retirees so they wouldn't be homeless. Oh. Yeah, they're taking over the beaches. Well, they put the Knicks. Now, they changed their mind, and I don't know why. I think it's because of the beach erosion when we lost half the beach over here, and there was like an entire, 3-mile section of A1A that just disappeared, and then we had sinkholes, and then we started having problems on US 1, and that was that. They were supposed to build a 20-story, Hilton, oh, what was the name of it? One of the real expensive ones. Like a Hyatt, Hilton Hyatt. And yeah, they're all together now. Or the Wyndham Hyatt. But Hilton owned it. It didn't make any sense. Anyway, they were all, I think, going in on it together. So far that got stalled. They halted all the construction on the hotel last time I went past. And there's nothing being taken down. So we were supposed to have 6 of those hotels, like the Hard Rock Cafe was coming here, like the one in Daytona. His cousin owns a restaurant and he works for Hard Rock. He's a entertainment promoter. He does all the rock concerts at the Hard Rock where they have all the old disco people coming from the 70s, the disco queens. He runs all that. The reason why he runs all that and books all those old-time disco girls, I have to remember some of the names of them, but real 1980s disco queens, right? They're still around. They're still singing. Lisa, all right, stuff like that. We're talking like that. Is because they used to perform at this little club right by our house. Because they were all most of our friends. They all are from that area, that county. We've been hanging out and talking to them for years. His cousin, all friends, kept in touch. He got the restaurant and he started doing, once he would do a disco concert in his parking lot. It's he was turning it into a franchise. His father owned it. They're Greek Dominicans, and I left my stuff in the back. But yeah, he does all the rock promotions there, and is the head chef of his own restaurant. He bakes all the bread. He makes all the baklava by hand himself every morning. He does pastry. He does everything. It's all homemade, handmade food. All his, Greek family's recipes. Oh, my God. He sold one restaurant a couple years before Richard died, and he kept the main one in Ormond Beach on A1A. It's cute. And then they started to build another thing, and next thing you know, he went in trying to book some friends, and they gave him the job. Now he's like running the whole show. I was like, when do you sleep? Him and his wife. But it's funny, it's like, here you are booking all your friends, hanging out, and getting paid to hang out with your old high school friends. Well, they're putting on a concert they never really got to do. You know, they were like one of the one-hit wonder things, or they have a couple of singles, you know, but those girls came and went. You know, Divine, what is the, you'd know it if I said their names. Yeah, they had videos on MTV in the early, I mean, the very early MTV, like the first days it came out with the homemade crappy, you know, special effects on a green screen thing. Wait, I gotta get my thing. If I can find it. I found it. And then I went to Publix, and I got myself some guava puff pastry, like you know, like that. And he makes the best baklava. Oh, he's good. It's like this thick. I got a pair of cannolis. They were just putting them out with the big chocolate chips on them. And then I got a little box of guava puffs. I was treating myself because I was waiting for this. I was waiting. Oh, I don't know why I heated all that up. I wasn't thinking. I'm a Grinch. Oh, I turned everything off. And we got everything charged. The rains, it was crazy raining this morning. Poured all night long. Just all night long. That's why I fell asleep so early. I was trying to listen to Jesse Kelly on the, I missed it, the podcast. And, oh, it's always sticky. And, no, I don't think you can see that. Hold on. This stuff is good. I'm only putting a shot in. If you can't get the Baileys, this is the next one. There's another one called Caroline's. That's unless, don't get that one unless you like drinking whiskey right out of the bottle. That's very strong, that stuff. You just get one for me, one for him. This one, what do you want? Look who's up. It's Puppy Love. It's the star of the show. What's up, buddy? You gotta go pee. Hold on. Hang on. I don't trust you. Give me a minute. Pete. You just woke up. Everything's falling over here. Don't pee on my purse, though. Wait. Okay. Let it go. No? I'm too tired to pee. You smelled the coffee. Hold on. Let's see if we need better lights for the Duke. Where are my lights? Maybe we concentrate them all in one place. There it is. Where you going, bro? You're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. Look at, say hi. Duke. 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 No, not the lights. Not the lights. See, here we go. Cujo's up. Look out. Cujo's up. Look out. Cujo's up. Look out. Don't sneak attack me from behind, buddy. All right, let me see if I get these up here. What are you doing? Yeah, I know, you haven't seen it. You've been sleeping, bro. Oh, that's better. Oh, now you can see even better. There we go. Oh, that's my hat. My frog hat. So, this thing is so nice. I like it. And we're back again. So there you go. And you see that window good? Like this? Not really. I want to take a picture of that during the day. Now he's gonna attack the camera. Can you hold on a minute? Yes. Hold on. There we are. Doop! Doop! Doop, 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 doop. There he is. What are you doing? No, don't scratch me. Don't scratch me. Ow! 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 Puppy got my finger. Ow! 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 Got my finger. You and my mommy. Ow! So intense. So intense. I'm chopping that finger. Look at his teeth. Look at his teeth. It's like little jaws. He's got some big teeth. Yeah. What do you want, Droopy? I cannot go anywhere with him. Everybody wants him. Everybody wants him. I have to be very careful. And one day he's going to disappear. One day you're going to disappear. Right? What are you doing? What are you doing? So small. Look at his fucking head. Why are you biting me? Where's your girlfriend? Look, get your girlfriend. There's your girlfriend. There's your woman. Leave me alone. Bite your woman. Wait, get off my blanket. Get. No. No, not me. Get that pillow. Let's get the pee-pee spot out of there. Get out of the way. Uh-oh. 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 You gonna do this on a live stream, bro? Could we get kicked off for that? What if he starts humping the pillow? Are we allowed to videotape that, or am I invading his privacy? No, don't chew that. No. Just go back to your girlfriend. No! He's got to have plastic. I need, that's the tripod. What are you doing? Stop eating everything. Eating everything. What? Play with your girlfriend. I don't have anything else. Your toys are over there. Just play with that. Play with that. Play with that. He has to have the one thing he knows I don't want him to have. I know. Yeah, it moves and it makes noise. He's very strong. This thing is kind of heavy. And then he stole almost an entire chicken breast. I put the fried chicken on the plate. I turned around. He's running away up the bed over here, the chaise lounge. He got all the way back here in like 3 jumps with the huge chicken breast. It was enormous. It was like half a chicken. It was like half a chicken. You want to be in the shot? Okay. There you go. Oh, it was so good. I should go get it. It's just a long ride to go for baklava. And then it's a long ride home. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. We know. Ow! Hey! Relax, brother. Relax. Easy. Easy. You can play. You don't have to kill it. I'm not the enemy. Oh, there goes the wrinkled nose. Any minute. The clench is on. Baby Yoda. Oh, I know. Baby Yoda's somewhere. I don't know where he is. I forgot where he... Oh, I'm sitting. He's in the bucket underneath us. I was afraid something was going to happen to him. I got to put these two side by side tomorrow. All right. You got to have something else. Something else. No, don't start. It's your little belly. It's your little belly. He likes to sit like this. He's looking at him. Ow! What are you doing? Yeah, you don't know what to do when I give it to you. He likes to attack. What? No, you're going to climb up and bite me on the cheek again. You're going to come up and bite me on the cheek again. Dummy. You got little chicken wing legs. Look at these things. You look like a Cornish hen. He looks like one of those little baby Cornish hens. He's about the same size. He gets pissed. Don't tell me I look like a chicken, bitch. Don't tell me I look like a chicken. I'll kick your ass. I'll get you while you're sleeping. Yeah. Any minute he's going to start jumping up on my shoulder. No. Bing, 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 bing. Now don't bite my arm while I'm pinching your ass. Showing your little chicken wings. Get out of the way. He gets mad when you push him over. Look at him. I'm going to get you. I'm going to jump on this thing. No, now I'm going to bite your tripod. Screw you. I got your tripod. I got your girlfriend. No, you fell off. Maybe we need another one. She's too big for you. Thought that was the right size. No, leave my hat alone. No! Get off. Don't you push my hand away. Fighting with my thing. Give me a hand. Give me a paw. Give me a paw. Yeah. Just beat her up. And he's always trying to bite her eyeballs. Always. He bites the little eyelashes. Like right here. Don't mess with me. Oh, God. He is a handful. You are a hand. Don't bite my little skin either. Get off. Ow. He likes to bite your elbows. Hey, showing off for the camera? Want some of this? No, can't have it. Too bad. I gave you milk. It's over there. Go get your foodies. Look at, he's trying to get as high as he can to get up on my shoulder. He's gonna get me. No, because you give me a lick and then you bite. Lick, lick, bite. Lick, lick, bite. Don't be biting people on the lips. I'll bite you on the nose. No. He doesn't know what to do. 1 minute he does nothing. He's been asleep all day long. He slept through most of the move. He had to. No, you're not going up there. Now we're going to explore. You want to go to the front? You can't. It's too dark. Stay here. Stay here. But he just got to be on you. He doesn't know how to... When he's awake, that's it. He's on you all day long. You knocked it off. Will Lay down. Ow, get the hell. Get over there. Here. You hold this. No. Trying to take a sip. He's a hairball. What happened now? I don't know. Now where are you going? You're not going anywhere. You like sitting in the sink. Oh, finally cooled off. Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the sink. He makes it look big. Just don't pee in there. It's gonna go down into the bottom. There he is. What are you doing? He's been dying to get in there all day. He was in there for a little while. If I get you to pee in there, that'd be perfect. I got the little jar down there. But don't do it now. There's no jar. You want to get out? Oh, take our baby once I get out. Are you coming over here? We're not going in the dark, dummy. That's it. Sally or nothing. Take your pick. Right away. What are you doing? Do. They don't stop. Where do they get the freaking energy? He just went like 5 times. He's the pea miser, bro. He's the pea miser. Oh. But he's doing fairly well. He knows to get on the paper now. Outside of the drawer. He didn't want to be in the, what's this? No, he just peed. He was cold. He wants to look at. He's in bed. Where is he? Hold on. I got traveling lights now. Where the hell is he? He's right here. Look at him. He did this on his own. What? What? He's in the blanket. He looks like a little hot dog in a blanket. What are you doing? You on the bed? You just got up, brother. This one's hysterical over here. But he just got back into the ball. You going to sleep? I think it's too cold. It is chilly. Like really cold tonight. And all the windows are closed. I have none open. I need that back. Can I have it if you're going to sleep? He's even got, oh, you even got the good pillow. That's why you did that. He's got, hey. No. He even took the good pillow. No, we don't use that. That's just for show. Oh, Lord. He loves it. You done again? Yeah, you done? Wipe your feet. Feet, feet, feet. Wipe your feet, feet, feet. Wipe your feet, feet, feet. Wipe your feet. Like he knows. Yeah, that's it. Where are you? Back again? He loves this fuzzy blanket. Now you took the other pillow. Make up your mind. What are you doing? Leave that one alone. Oh, Lord. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. How you doing, Dawn? gotta get my glasses. I'll put this back on the thing. Ugh. Okay. I'm back. Ugh. But yeah, he's just worn out from all the moving, and then he was up front all day long. While I was moving stuff around, I made a playground up front, and I put the rug in the dashboard for him. Oh, somehow I'm falling off because of you. How are you pushing me out of the way? I came too far forward. I started sliding off. Everything is so slippery. Hey, Tara. Yeah, he's still here. He's surviving. Oh, we're up again. And he's back. We were talking shit about you. He didn't like it. I can't sleep when you're talking about me. You're going to eat my things, aren't you? Don't eat my things. Wait. Sorry. Trying to get this out of the way. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I'm letting it air out. Air it out. So I put one on the front, off the dashboard, and he jumps down, he pees on it, and he jumps back up again. He's learning because it was hard. He was living in a box with, 13 other puppies, and they all stunk. He smelled so bad when she brought him. She goes, he needs a bath. I said, I can smell it. She said, she's old. They've been in there for weeks, I was like, yeah, I know, just covered in pee. They're peeing on each other, Ugh. So he got a nice bath, got some nice lavender wipies. He loves the smell. I was trying to find the one I used on the cat, the lemon verbena. It's just lemon water, like lemon verbena water. And it's nice. You can even use it on your own hair. It smells good. Can I turn that off? Yes. Making sure I turned off my batteries. So now, the stupid storm that was coming today never showed. It got put off. We got a bad storm coming on Monday. So Monday's going to be the day. What are you doing in there? We're watching you. Again, don't eat my shirt. What are you doing? And then he was like, don't be biting it. Leave it alone. He keeps pulling on it like he's going to make it bigger. He was biting his binky down there, and he's like this with his teeth, yanking, pulling on it. I said, it only gets bigger for a few minutes. Then it goes back to normal. Stop that. What? There you go. He said, I got to be up on doing this. That's it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And he's out again. He's sleeping a lot, too. He's catching up on never sleeping. Now he sleeps maybe 3 hours in a row. Will you stop biting your wee-wee? What are you doing? Stop that. He's going to bite it off. What happens if he bites it off? Lord have mercy. It's like, I'll do it myself. He said, Sally ain't cutting it. I got to do it myself. Oh, God. Oh, he's so nuts. So, just looking around, trying to keep an eye out on the window. I gotta find my... I got the hiccups again. Who was I was talking with the pharmacist, and we're talking about the hiccups. He said, besides sometimes having like a heart issue, he says, continual hiccups, he said that's when your liver's acting up. So I said, I guess that's why I've been having crazy hiccups for the last couple of weeks, feeling like crap. He said, yeah, that'll do it. I said, I thought it was the heart thing. He said, yeah, but those are those really hard ones, not the ones that are almost like indigestion hiccups. I said, yeah, that's what it feels like. It's coming from somewhere else. He says the hiccups come when you're like iron deficient and stuff like that. I gotta get the iron pills and the enzymes. That's what the other thing I couldn't remember. I need iron. So this pharmacy guy has been very good. He's a bad diabetic. So whenever I have questions and I can't get this one, I go right to him. He's a good guy. So he's been helping me a lot. And then we're back again. I'm going to get a little Easter basket. See if he'll sleep in it. I can get one from the dollar store. I'll put a whoopee in it. I'll find another one for you, okay? He likes the Sherpa. Isn't it nice and soft? Oh, it's fuzzy and fluffy. It's fuzzy and fluffy. Can't you sleep like that? You just sleep like that. Everybody can see you if you sleep like that. There you go. I had the vapors, if you know what I mean. And I put it down. It likes to smell. So I put it up on the thing up here. I get up, I go over there. I come back, he jumps past me. I said, oh, he's going to go wait on the bed. I was getting his milk. I turn around. He's got the vape in his mouth. It's a little stubby, fat thing. Like, it looks like a Zippo lighter. He's got the whole thing in his mouth, but it's the part that you draw on. And he's running around with the vape in his mouth, like chewing on it because it's rubber. It's plastic, but it's rubber. But the minute I take that out and I take the first puff, he comes out of a dead sleep. Boing! Comes running over and tries to steal it. Oh, I was cracking up. Yeah, it's about that. I have no open windows, and I'm freezing. That's why I heated up the coffee so I could put the butane stove on a few minutes. I am freezing. I mean, freezing cold, cold. But you ever see me drinking coffee? But you know what I mean? Well, besides to put the Baileys in it. But I don't like milk in the coffee, so I only use like that much. And the whole, this was full up to here. So I put like that much Baileys in all of this. Normally, in the good old days, that'd be half and half. And then put some espresso in it. Oh, the worst thing he did was ever teach me to drink espresso. I said, I could have used this 20 years ago. Where was this stuff? No wonder people drink this shit all the time. I could have been staying up all night. American coffee, you'd pass out. I said, we needed espresso for the nights where we were plowing 24 hours a day for 3 straight days. Those people are getting, oh, it's crazy, the footage. I love it. They're having a good time. They haven't had, where were they, in Jersey? Or New York? Half of New Jersey has no electricity. New York, Connecticut. I don't know if these people were in Pennsylvania. They had, they were working on 12 hours, and that was this morning. So the power went out with the tornadoes ahead of the blizzard. And then everything started freezing, and the power lines are dropping one at a time because they're so heavy from the ice. They can't take it. I used to love those ice storms. It was so pretty, with all the trees covered in like an inch of ice. You can barely leave the house, but it looks nice. Everything looks so pretty, it's glittering. I don't know when those kids are going back to school. Probably sometime next week. They're having a hard time keeping up with the snow. I like that. But Texas is supposed to get real cold. Yeah, it has to be below 50 for me to shut every single window in the car. And I gotta fix the rest of my curtains. Took the one down off of here because I opened this door. I had to turn the dresser around, but I couldn't. I didn't want to take it out, turn it around, do all that in front of the cameras at the storage unit. So I said, oh, I could park in the back of the lot in the library under the giant tree by the grassy field and just back it in. So I did. And you couldn't see the side door from the thing. I was kind of catty corner back there on the grass. And I opened the side door instead of the back door, and I shoved it out the door, pulled all the drawers out, stacked them over here up front, and then I shoved the whole bureau dresser drawer thing out the door, spun it around, and then pulled it back in and slammed the door and shut the side door. So now if I open the door, I could actually get stuff from inside any of the drawers too. So I'm going to set up my drawers so I can just stick my hand and pull whatever I want out and see if I can bend off those tabs in the other side. And so I can pull the drawers in and out both ways. Let's see what I can do about that. I don't know if I can get some heavy-duty tin snips, because I'm sure this stuff is crappy and it bends. I could probably break it off. Oh God, that was good. But yeah, there's nobody outside tonight, but the parking lot's filling up. There's been one truck parked here for like over a week. I think it broke down. I think it belongs to the people across the street. They came for lunch and never left. Yeah, I love my espresso. That's only on occasions. I can't drink that stuff. I'm too ticky for that. Too much. I like it when I'm tired or we gotta walk somewhere or do something like, for the day. Then I have some in the morning to get me going. That stuff's crazy. Crazy, crazy. And then putting that into American coffee, Jesus. Double espresso in my extra large. I was like, what? You guys are putting 2 cups of espresso in one American coffee? It's like, give me the American decaf and 2 shots of espresso. I was like, why bother? Just add milk. That's what you don't understand. You can dilute that espresso with milk, and it does not lessen the caffeine. It doesn't dilute the caffeine, the buzz. So it's called cafe con leche, coffee with milk. So you take the cup and you fill it this high with milk, 3/4 of the way, and put 2 shots or 3 shots of espresso in. And it's just warm coffee with milk, and you heat the milk up. So it's hot milk with espresso in it. So people that don't drink a lot of coffee, they like the taste, but they don't want to, usually you can do it with American coffee. You do half and half. Half a cup of milk, half a cup of coffee. There's just people like hot milk with tasting like coffee. If you want to sleep after dinner. That's neat. You could try that. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's cold in here. That's why he's in there. Normally he likes the other blanket, but he was shaking like he was cold all day. It's just been damp and crappy. And windy. Now the wind finally died down, but it's freezing. I don't even know what Oh, can I get oh, I keep forgetting. Oh, damn, it's cold. This thing's like ice. Ooh. No wonder you like that. Maybe I'll put that back on. No, I don't want CBS Sports. I'm looking for the freaking what is it? Oh, hell no. 48. Damn, it's only 34 in New York. Dummies. What are we? Yeah. Oh, it's only gonna be 60 tomorrow. Ooh. What the hell? Wait, what is... I see a lot of 40s. 40, 40, 40, 43, 40, 40, 40. Jesus. Let's see. What is that? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, back next Monday after that, back up to 55. Damn. All right, so we got, wait, where are we? Sunday. All right, last 2 days of heat. 75 and 60 for the low. I don't know it's going to heat up that much. But all next week, cold. 40s. Only 55 for the high. Damn. Yeah. But see, it's still almost 70% humidity. I know it is. That's the one that was supposed to come today and it got delayed. But I think they screwed up. I think yesterday was tornado windy day, which is what happened and screwed over the library over there. But yeah, this storm is coming. It's coming. So hopefully we had our bit. We got tapped over here. The van got rocked. That's not making me feel better, but I knew that wind was strong. Where I saw the trees down at the library, and I was like, wait a minute. What did they do over there? I hadn't been here for a while, and all of a sudden, all the trees are just in piles. They got ripped down, they're twisted, and they're all screwed up, torn, like they got pulled apart, like in half. One's about that big around. Not big ones, it's about these trees. And all the pretty bushes, they're all destroyed. Oh, I know. It was sweating to death the other day. I couldn't find my spray bottle. I didn't have any tank tops. I had to go back to the storage unit. I was ripping my clothes off. I was dying. I felt like crap that day, but it got hot. It was like 88 degrees. When I turned on the car, I set the temperature on. It was 89 degrees when I was sitting in the sun at the park. I fell asleep in the morning. When I woke up, I was soaked. And it got hot like that in like a half an hour. It went from like 70 to 90. It was insane. I charged everything in like 3 hours. I had all the solar panels out. I said, quick. I threw everything up on the roof. And then I had to move my wires. I moved everything that was charging here with all the wires coming through the window on this side. Now I gotta untie it, spin it around, and make the wires come in this side. Or figure something out. Maybe I could just charge it back here these are the cup holders back here. The armrest and the cup holders. So maybe, ow. You keep moving and pushing me off the bed. You freaking, look at you. How do you do that? Can't push on slidey stuff. Slippery. Yeah, he's freezing. I'm sorry. Speak up, brother. Speak up. I want more of that, but I can't. I'll never sleep tonight. Save it for the morning. I just got the electric blanket out too before we started. Oh, yeah. I know. Oh, that's why we live here. Uh, always laugh. Whew. My cousin, I forget what it was when he got into, he was finishing, I think it was his last year of high school. And, woo. And, he had called us and they had come up for Christmas. They had been here 4 years. We were still getting ready. My mom and my stepdad were getting married. We were moving down here to be, back with the families again. His family, my mom's family, everybody's from here. So, ugh, um, ow. He called up and he was at my cousin Janet's house, and he had come to see us, and he wanted to tell us because he couldn't take it, that he was leaving. He was at the airport. He called the cab, packed his bags, and he was out of there. He's like, Mel, I'm sorry. I love you. I'll see you in June. I can't do it. I gotta go home. He was so cold. My cousin's crazy water skier, diver. He had the bends pretty bad. He almost died, this idiot. Him and his brother Jimmy. Um, Something was wrong. He didn't come up too fast. Something was wrong with the air mixture in his tank. And as he was coming up, I don't know what the hell happened, but he was in the hospital and he had the bends. And he was never kind of right after that. He was always never felt right again. So when he came up and he couldn't fly anymore either, and he did it. He did it. He was stupid and he did it. But he couldn't take, I think that was the last time he got on an airplane and the last time he came to Jersey. After that, they were driving everywhere. I don't think he could get back in the pressurized plane again. It was stupid that he did it, but yeah, he couldn't go back. He couldn't go back up there again. Too cold. I said, nah, too many injuries between football, baseball, hockey, water skiing, motorcycles. A little too many. They're a little too outdoorsy, my family. I always wanted to go scuba diving with them. I was going to go with them until he got sick. And that happened to him. And they weren't in that deep of water. It was just a mixture. It wasn't their tank. They didn't have their own. He rented it. And I think the guy got in trouble. Something happened with that guy. Something was wrong with the tanks. But it's not like, you're not suing back in the 70s. You couldn't afford a lawyer back then. You needed like $20,000 just to talk to a lawyer about suing someone, let alone five 20-year-olds who own a scuba shop on the pier. Oh, man. I keep looking at my sink. I think it's going to look nice once I put the rocks in from the ceiling. I got to find somebody in Home Depot tomorrow. Maybe I can find that kid again. He was nice. He got me the cart. And then I had one of the scooter carts, so I just throw everything in there and I didn't have to walk. I was so tired by the second and the third time I went back that the second time I went back, I got all the way out into the flower section. I put the pot in the cart. I go to back up. I got him because I knew I was going to linger a while. I said, all right, let me just do this as my thing. And I pull into the spot and there's a scooter right there. I was like, all right, I'll take the scooter. So I took the scooter. I said, well, at least I'll bring it back. I was going to walk around. And I said, ah, screw this, I'm driving around. So I got whatever I was getting on the way in, and then I went out to the flower section, found the pot, drove all the way out by the rocks, got off the thing, said, all right, they didn't have the ones I wanted, talked to the guy, come back tomorrow, they're coming in. I said, okay. I get on the thing and like, click, 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 click. Now I'm at the farthest section, at the back of the rock section outside. I'm outside. I gotta go all the way in, all the way halfway to get out to the door because I parked on the other end because that's where I was leaving. I parked by the checkout. I wanted to die. I got halfway to the door. I couldn't breathe. Some kid comes over, he says, and he looks at me, and he looks like, wait a minute. I said, I was here before. You're not having deja vu. He said, I thought for a minute I was freaking out. I swear to God that you were still here, but I know you weren't because I saw you leave. I said goodbye. He bunked out for a minute. I said, no. He says, are you okay? I said, I can't breathe. I had to come back again. I said, the scooter crapped out. It's all the way by the rocks. Just leave it there. Go get it later. Can you get me a cart? He said, don't move. He ran outside and came back in. He's like 20-something. He said, you all right? I said, I'm okay. I just can't breathe. You know, I got cancer. He says, oh, that's right. I forgot. That's you, right? I said, yeah. He said, you need anything? I said, no, not at this point. I'm like, screw the rocks. You really don't got the ones I want. And I was going to ask him just to throw the little ones in, but I want the big ones. It's going to look nicer. So, and it's only like $6 for a 50-pound bag. So I'm going to have him put it right here next to the sink on the door. So I got to move all that anyway. So when I had to go back again because they didn't have the right size lid, I wanted to whack that lady. And I felt bad. I'm getting mad at the lady who pulled them down. And then when I had to return them, I told the guy at the thing, I said, tell the guys who stock the shelves to make sure they put the right lids with the right thing. I said, that woman had to climb up with the other guy, and they're pulling the two things off and handing them down. We threw them in the cart. I'm like, thank you. Everybody's being so nice today. Even some strange guy helped me put that in the cart. His name is Mark. Just in case you ever find this, thank you. Here's a nice looking guy. What a day. It hasn't stopped. Oh, man. So, trying to think of anything else. I think that's it. I'm hoping they get more of these in soon. I gotta go dollar store surfing to get the rest of my plastic rocks in. We're gonna do one more here, here, here. Finish this section all the way to the back and just do it down the center. And I could put my pictures kind of over here. Put my photographs all underneath here around the thing, the ones that I have, and then go around the outside of underneath here with all my photographs under the rocks, because they'll actually bend to this. This one is bent like that way, and I put one on the curve back here, and it was pretty okay. Just gotta find something else. Another girl took the cup hooks and screwed them right into the ceiling because it's like balsa wood, a little bit thicker balsa wood up in here, like paneling, all right, cheap paneling. And she said she just screwed it right in and then hung everything up with little, she goes, gotta be lightweight, but it will hold the curtain rod with a curtain if you don't pull too hard on it. I was like, ooh, you put some flex paste on it and screw it in the roof. But I was like, that's the first one I saw that actually screwed something into the roof. I was like, good to know. Oh, man. And, oh, yeah. I don't know who she is. Some ex-cheerleader, I think from one of the football teams. She's living in her van here in Florida. That's what happens when your ass is too big for those teeny tiny pants. The little shorts got too short. Oh, you gotta check everything in Home Depot lately. I saw the crew one night while I was spending the night over there. I saw the crew walking in. Those people did more hanging out and smoking weed in the parking lot all night long. I stayed till about 3 in the morning. They pulled in at 11 o'clock when they closed. By 11:30, 12 o'clock, there were like 6 or 7 of them in there. They spent more time outside getting high right by the front door in front of the cameras. They were sitting in the Adirondack chairs they have stacked up outside the Home Depot with the flour on the thing, you know, the rolly carts, the hanging baskets. Oh, I'm going to drive over and say, how much? Got anything good? What do you got? I can't take the smell anymore. Give me some. Oh, they do. Everybody's outside vaping. People are vaping in the store while they're stocking the shelves in Walmart. They got this. This little guy. Look how tiny it is. Okay? You can't even see it in my hand. And that's what they do. They walk around like this all day, rubbing their nose. And if you watch them, they're all vaping. Then they run outside for the thing. And everybody's got one of these. And they're all getting stoned. Walmart, Publix, Home Depot, the Dollar, every store I go to, one of the employees got one of these in their hands. And they're doing it in the store because it doesn't smell. It smells like blueberries, this one. And that's all it smells like is blueberries. And that's just the... I was laughing. I was like, you know what? Whatever you got to do to get through the day, I don't care. Have fun. If I was sitting there putting crap on the shelves too, I might be doing that. At least go to the bathroom and do it. You know, it's like nobody cares. They're just sitting there doing this. Putting shit on the shelves. Putting it down. It's like... Because no one cares. They don't care anymore. It's beautiful. I like to sit there vaping it. I wish they had these when I was at work. We were laughing when the firemen got caught with Budweiser in the soda machine. And they put it in the Fanta. What was it? Fanta grape. Somebody had to tip this idiot off for this guy to push that button and pull out a beer that day out of their vending machine. So like, we went down a couple of days later and we were freaking goofing on them big time. It's like, you idiots. You idiots. I was laughing. I said, you gotta have Hawaiian punch. Put that in because no one drinks that crap and you got kids all over the place. You're stupid. I said, I said, you all got kids, right? Put it in the Hawaiian punch. You got something nobody wants to drink. Adults still like grape soda, especially politicians. Why? Because they've been drinking all day. And they crave sugar when they're done. They gotta have a little something after they're done drinking. Does he? This one's pretty good. And I don't know why it's called. I think Derek Jeter owns it because the name of it is Jeter. Everybody wants to know why because we think he owns it. He owns. Now, Derek Jeter owns his name. He owns the copyright. He will own that till the day he dies. He was never stupid, that kid. He bought his own name for like 100 years or some crap, right? So nobody could ever use it without paying him. I bet he owns this company because they just came out like 2 years ago because it's all organic. That's the guy I go to. Everything is homegrown, in a hot house. and they only have uh, because like people like me can't have different things in it, and if it has like I was getting some stuff from the medical supply, the regular. I went into a full blown crazy asthma attack, and that never happened. Never. That stuff saves my life when I'm having the asthma and the emphysema attacks. So I went to the thing and I said to the lady, I said, "Where did this come from?" I said, "Because I'll tell you right now, that crazy thing that happened." And she says, "Yeah." I said, "Only happens with one flower. One." And she says, "Yeah." I said, "Where is this coming from?" Like, I'm going to bust you right now, lady. It was goldenrod. They lied about it was, oh, what's the one I went to? There's one near you, Rare Breeds, the one we were looking at that I said I used to go to. That was good, but I didn't go there. I had to watch what I bought from them. It was that place, True Leave. True Leave. True Leave, the company, bought marijuana that was grown outdoors, like on the Appalachian Trail, upstate New York, upstate New Jersey. Now I know that. I'm highly allergic to the goldenrod in New York State and New Jersey. I can't be within a mile of that crap. Or I go into a full-on attack, my lungs shut down, I could die from that. That's how bad a reaction I have to that. That's why I love it here. They don't have that here. It doesn't grow here. My dad's allergic to it too. We're deathly allergic to goldenrod pollen. And I told her, I said, "Well, wherever you think you're buying this shit from," I said, "you're not." I almost had to go to the hospital. Thank God I had pills with me. I can't breathe. It shuts my lungs down. That was before the cancer. That's since I'm a child. Me and my dad were born with an allergic reaction to that. It's like I need the EpiPen for goldenrod. You know how many people put that in flower displays? It's a weed. It's like picking poison ivy and sticking it in a flower display. Whenever we would order flowers, I had to tell the guy not to use it. And then we pointed out, he says, "Yeah, but it's really cheap." Do you know the florists were buying this stuff not knowing it's a weed that grows on the side of the road for free? They had apps, they thought it was like a mini, that little baby's breath. All right, they thought it was a baby's breath flower. It's not a flower, it's a freaking weed. He said, "A lot of people tell me not to put it in there." I said, "Because it's a weed that causes allergic reactions. It grows next to poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac. It has the same effect. It just doesn't make me itch, but it shuts my throat and my lungs down instantly." It was the craziest thing, right? My dad was a big ass dude. That would level him to his knees. To his knees. He couldn't breathe. He was laying on the floor with me, choking to death. But that shows you how much you pass your allergies on. My mom could sit there and rub that crap all over her. She would take Zumac and make tea out of it. The red one, not the itchy one like. And I think that's why that stuff never bothered her and why they did it. Her, Welsh crazy family. Um, Almost like a natural antibody to that. My mother never got poison oak, poison ivy, never itched, no rashes. And she would send me down the cliff with my friends to go pick the Zumac. She goes, "The Zumacs are blooming. I need you to get that tree, and that tree." And she would tell me come down and point out the trees. She goes, "Can you guys go over and grab me a bunch of those branches off of there, please?" And she'd give us these little sacks, and we'd go over and climb the cliffs, and all the boys would climb the trees and rip all the branches down and fill up these bags of the sumac leaves for my mother so she could make tea. Oh, they shove that stuff in his filler. Does the baby's breath bother you? That's wacky. Some stuff I can't smell. Certain kinds of roses catch me too. Yet I can smell patchouli and crazy stuff like that. And gardenia is starting to bother me. I love the smell, but the real flower itself could almost choke me. I always have to smell perfumes. I always felt bad. The boys bought me, it was Givenchy. It was, I forget what it was, like $160 a bottle for this crazy ass perfume. It was my 30th birthday. So these two guys pitched in and they bought it for me for my birthday. Wanted to do something special. It was my 30th birthday and I had no boyfriend. So I was too busy for boyfriends. So they bought me the thing because coming up, we had a lot going on with campaigning and stuff, and we were going to be, it was a presidential thing, so they wanted to do something nice. So I had some really ritzy perfume to go to the rallies and do the meet and greets and stuff like that. So I was like the right side broadcasting people, hanging out, doing all that, okay? Bringing 5 buses full of senior citizens to meet the candidates. I would make it all together so they could come with us. 5 buses of drunken old people coming to a rally to meet the next president. Oh man, you're gonna hear some of the crap that would come out of their mouths, yelling shit in the background like this, looking around, holding a newspaper in front of their face like they're reading, saying horrible stuff as the booing and hissing as they walk past. Oh, I miss that. I miss that. I miss my seniors. They were a good crowd. They were funny as hell. All my friends' parents and grandparents. We used to have fun. But yeah, I should have tried that again or kept it up. Is what we should have done. But they have a bunch of gardenias over in the park next to one of these garbage dumpsters up front. And I kept sneezing and sneezing. And I said, "What is that bush?" I said, "Oh, that's a gardenia bush." I wanted to grab a couple of flowers, just throw them in the van. They smell so good, but I didn't want to choke him out. It'd be too much. I like, what's the Easter one? Hyacinth. That's the little stem with like 50 million little trumpets coming off, little purple and pink, and the white ones. I love the smell of that. But inside a house, I can't breathe. I could smell it outside in the store or outside in the garden, but I cannot bring it indoors. Then it's like someone just cut the air. Oh, night blooming. Yeah. We used to have that. It is too much. Uh-uh. I used to like, we had honeysuckle vines a lot on the cliffs over the Lincoln Tunnel. They were just everywhere. You wouldn't think that would grow there in the middle of the city. Like, I used to eat them, the flowers. Pull the flower off the thing and the little, like, the honey dripping out. Tastes good. Which is like you're sitting here, he said, "Why are you eating the flowers?" Like that. He was looking at me like I'm nuts. I said, "Taste it." And I said, "Stick your tongue out." He said, "You eat." I said, "Just stick your freaking tongue out." We were like 10. And I touched it to his tongue. He's like, "Oh, those are good." And he started ripping off the flower. He says, "Yeah, I always see you over here all the time, picking all those little flowers." I'm like, "What the hell is she doing over there?" He said, "You've been eating them all this time?" I said, "Hell yeah, that shit tastes good." I showed him the onion grass that grows, and the little baby chives. Like, the wild one that grows. Used to make myself sick on that. I love the onion grass. And we had a lot of wild blackberries, um, and wild raspberries, wild blackberries, honeysuckle, and I forget what the other thing that grows with that is. And then we'd be sitting out there hanging out later on. As we got older in high school, we go back, we would hang out in the kiddie park at night because it closed at 5. And sitting there munching out, throwing raspberries and blackberries in our beers and stuff. I used to take some honeysuckle flowers and stick it in my, um, oh, it was a um, honey ale, golden honey ale, honey brown beer. So I used to pull all the honeysuckles off and jam them in my beer bottle. The good old days of drinking in the park till 2 in the morning. But she said when he got older, he was in church when the kids were born, and they were doing their baptizing. And he said, remember when we used to all sneak down the back of the chairs to the church underneath the front steps and that big alcove down there? I said, uh-huh. He says, I told God we were sorry when the kids were born. I apologize for both of us. I included you, me, Michelle, Pauline, and Bobby. I was like, okay, thank you. I said, but he knows we didn't mean it. We went over there doing bad stuff under there. We were just sneaking beers. That's all. I think he could understand. I don't think he'd be that mad at us, but he got such a case of the guilt when his kids were born, especially Sabrina. Oh my God. Oh, it was funny. He got so like, I'm sorry for everything. He was afraid he was going to be punished, that something would happen to her. That she ended up pregnant at 15 or you know what I mean? Some crazy ass shit that he was going to get his for breaking all the hearts. Oh, I said, yeah, but you didn't do it in a mean way. You weren't over there, chasing everything in sight. Oh, yeah, those are nice too. Oh, fig blooms. That's the other one. I couldn't remember the figs and rose hips. The rose hips. Oh, that stuff. And it looks like such a piece. It looks like a plant that's dying, right? And it's got those little red balls on it and they're kind of all shrivelly. It looks like a dead plant. Nobody knows. You just grab that crap and make tea out of those little balls. Somebody was doing it in one of the van life things. The girl's mother came to visit her. She bought like a couple of acres. I forget her name. Oh, it's her and her dog. Oh, I know you've probably seen them too. Ashika, Lashika. The dog's name is a funny name. She just bought 40 acres. That's why she was living in the van. She wanted to buy the property. It was kind of in memory of her dad. Like me and my dad used to go canoeing, fishing, hiking. We did everything together. She was a girl, firstborn girl. Akita, yes, Akita. Yes, the Akita dog. That's her. She got long blonde hair. No makeup, no nothing, just raw. I like her. I've been watching her for a while. I like the dog. He's cute. Her mom came to visit. And her mom's outdoorsy too. They're hikers and, stuff like that. They're nice people. Um, but yeah, she's all excited. She got her well dug. She hit water. She got 20,000 gallons a minute. She's good to go. It was on the second try too. It's very expensive to dig. That's what people don't realize. Oh, we dig a hole and get some water. It's 10 grand to dig. And if you don't find it, the money ain't returnable. So every time they dig for water and don't find it, it costs you like $10,000. Thank God they hit it on the second shot. I was like, damn. So she's good to go. She has water. Bad thing is that now she got to start paying property taxes because now she dug a well. That's the bad thing. You could have electricity put on it, but once you put water pump on that property, pooh, there goes your taxes. Unless it's a hand pump. You know what I mean? It depends on what she does. There's still some crazy laws out there, so I don't know. Might not be the same as here, but once you put water on the property, you got to pay a lot of taxes. You know, two to $3,000 a year. And I was like, what is she doing? Do the little house on the prairie pump. Don't put a meter on it. But it's your water. I don't know how that water rights thing goes. Like, it's every state is weird. And they're about to change something here. I forget what it was. DeSantis is screwing us on the way out the door. A bunch of stuff that he had like put in, and you know, with all of this has been put on the back burner. All we're hearing about is election, 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 election. He's been doing sneaky shit behind the scenes. That's where he got $250 million to waste on commercials. Commercials. $300 million on commercials gone. You idiot. I have to go back and see what it was, but he's a jerk. He's a jerk. He's a jerk. I don't want to say anything nasty about the Navy. Although I can. We got them all in my family. My great-grandpa is the Navy. I don't trust the men who get on boats for 2 years at a time and don't come home and don't see land. Marine makes a decision. Army, Marines, Air Force, you make a decision, you stick to it. This guy's all over the place. I never really trusted him ever. Now he's gonna fuck us on the way out the door. The sales tax is going up. The property tax is going up. There were 3 other things that are getting jacked up after he leaves office. So with the next governor, he's just completely did this to the state of Florida. And he's born here, which doesn't make any sense. He's a piece of crap. He is the most unloyal traitor piece of garbage on the planet. Sick of him. I'm really sick of him. I don't know where he thinks he's going because nobody's going to take him. This guy's going to be sitting there hoping people read his books. And they're not. He was a dummy. He should have sat down, shut up, and took second place and then ran himself. Should have ran himself later on. He's also too young. Too young to be president yet. I know he's not that young, but he is. He is. He's not 60. He did. He blew it. He screwed his whole life up here. Now what's he going to do? What's he going to do now? I don't even know where he's going to go from here. He'll have to go back to the Navy. He would. He'd probably go back to do some kind of... Because he was a desk jockey anyway. Even though, well, his desk was in... he was in Baghdad. He was stationed in Afghanistan. He was in Mosul, Kandahar, and I forget the other place. Kurdistan. And there was some badass places. There was the worst of the worst shit that went on. But he was inside at the base, pushing. He was a paper jockey. I call it paper jockey. He was an analyst. They make his job sound better than it was. I mean, he was in on all that secret op stuff. Yeah, well, so was I standing there. You know, if you're allowed in the room, everybody knows the information. It's not like it was just him and the general. Nobody else knew. No, he's in a room with 500 other people who were allowed to be in there, as they were allowed to hear what that guy's got to say. That's all. It wasn't nothing special. They make it out like, oh, he was this and this. No, no. He was like me. I'm just allowed in the room because they trust you with a secret. That's all. That's all he was, an analyst and like operations supervisor like me. You just overseeing what these guys are doing to make sure they got their gear, they got their stuff. You're an operations manager. You make sure everybody's got what they need. You're not planning anything. You're not figuring shit out. That's them. He's just he's just logistics. They tell him, we need toilet paper, we need more shit, give me more bullets, and that's all he was. Just in a really dangerous part of the war. And that's only because he was trustworthy enough because of his family. Everybody forgets his family. He's a rich kid. He's a rich kid. DeSantis, he ain't no poor, I grew up in here in the fish. No, you're a freaking rich kid. That's why you never saw action. He's never got shot at. And if he got hurt, it was a paper cut. Oh, yeah. I can't wait till Monday. They got the caucus. Those are fun. I got to do one a couple of times. And then we had like our own kind of thing. It's a nighttime voting event, which is cool. It's at night. I think it runs till like 2 in the morning. From 6 at night till 2 in the morning. It's like 8 hours. So that'd be pretty cool. They're going to freeze their asses off over there. He was just on Iowa tonight. One last thing for Monday night. I didn't know that the judge refused to postpone his trial in New York so he could go to his mother-in-law's funeral. Did you know they didn't let him go? I don't know if the funeral was here or not. I was surprised there was no mention of it. There was never anything on the news. Not even Newsmax did anything on her mother's passing because I don't think they buried her here. I'm not sure. I thought it must have been because I think she lived with them or lives at Mar-a-Lago. And she's very close with her mother, and she's always, with them. They get along very well, him and her. He loves her mother. And for them to not even say to take the day to be with your wife because her mother died. He said, if you leave, I'll find you in contempt of court for not showing up. Bang the gavel, see you at 9 a.m. What pieces of crap, bro? People need to know that they didn't even let him go to his mother-in-law's funeral to hold his wife's hand, to be with his children. That's Byron's grandma. That was disgusting. That's disgusting. Doing this shit is one thing. That woman died. That's his wife's mother. His son's grandmother. Oh, please, we're already starting with China. And hold on to your pantyhose, because I'm only saying this one time. We have roughly 20 days before the people who hate us the most and has nothing to do with anybody but, in the Asian section, the people who sent us round one, during 9/11 is about to have even better shit. That was just radiation. They sent us radioactive wastewater, so they sent us a radiation bomb. In 2020, roughly 15 to 20 days, and there are rumors of people I've been talking with in the military, because I went back to the VFW to ask if I heard this right. In like 15 days, Iran has a nuclear weapon with like 50 long-range missiles that Russia gave them so they can hit us. If they shoot like 6 at once, we can't shoot them down. They're going to have enough for like multiple nuclear weapons in less than a week. So them telling us that it was still 4 years away or 3 years or a year away, no. When they said that they were 6 months away, they actually lied. They were only 4, that was a month ago. They were 4 weeks away, not 4 months away. The news thought they made a mistake, and they said months instead of weeks because they thought it was a typo. No, in like 6 days, they got nuclear weapons up the ass, pointing at us. Thank you, Russia. I think we should hold those freaking checks. That's disgusting. I don't care how much you hate someone. That's a death, you know? That's a death. I don't care what you think or what you say. That woman had nothing to do with what's going on. You know what I mean? His wife wasn't even around for that time. It has nothing to do with her at all. She's not in there. She's not being dragged into any of it. Just him and his kids. It has nothing to do with her. They're disgusting people. I was wondering why it wasn't on the news. And that he was there. And I said, what, did they get this wrong? And I thought, because I saw him in court, that it must have been last week or the week before. I said, how did I miss an entire funeral? You know, that wasn't all over the place. Where was all the coverage on this shit? Because they weren't there. He wasn't there. Whoa. Damn. Oh, my back hurts. So, I didn't want to text that the other day to you. I didn't know how to word it that way. I didn't want that on the phone. Yeah, I know. I do too. It's coming soon. When I was watching the 7-hour press conference on the border the other day with the Speaker of the House. Oh, did anybody catch that? I watched a lot of it. They were there all day long. It was unbelievable. And then I watched the next day because he came in and I forget where he was, if he stood in front of Congress or the Senate or was back in there banging his gavel, yelling at everybody. That's really what they should have done, you know? Just to be sticking it to the man. They should have let DeSantis and whoever, Carrie Lake, run for president and vice president. And they should have made this guy Speaker of the House. That would have ate them up. It's a life. He'd be there for years. It would have drove them nuts. It was the perfect revenge. I really thought that's what they were going to do in the end. Instead of doing this 4-year crap, which is stupid, we're going to get nothing done. So we stick up for ourselves. If we win, yeah, we're righteous. No, morons. We only got 4 years to fix this shit. And then what do you think? We're going to get another Republican and back to back? It's never been done. One time. That's it. Never going to happen again. That will never happen again. So stupid. So stupid. I was hoping he would. I was really hoping he'd ditch this and go for Speaker of the House, walk up, grab the gavel, snap it, drop it like Nancy tore up his speech, pull out a gold one and go, "You're fired." Fuck you, Nancy. You know, snap Nancy's gavel and set it on fire. That would have been the better revenge. It really would have. This is just stupid. It's a waste of time. We're going to get nothing done. And everything he's going to do with the next president that comes in 4 years from now, they're going to undo everything he did again. So what the hell did we accomplish? Nothing. Nothing. We're accomplishing nothing with this. Absolutely nothing. It would have been so great to have him as Speaker of the House. Really would have. Would have been less work for him. He could do that for the rest of his life like Nancy's been doing since she's been in there since I was young. I first started, Nancy got in. That's insane. I never thought she was going to leave. None of them. It was really dumb of them. It was really, really dumb of them. Because I think Carrie Lake DeSantis would have been good if he'd have just shut the hell up. I knew he was a user. He just used Trump to get in. That's all he did. He even says, I never really liked him. And now he's going back and saying all this shit like he used him. It's like, dude, you're not even hear what you're saying? That you're letting everybody know you're only being nice to him so he'd endorse you because you planned on running against him anyway. You just used him? Get the hell out of here. So I say you can't trust them. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. I gotta check. I'm getting my lights. Oh, my light is flickering. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know, Dean. Let me tell you, my mother grabbed my hand before she died. And, you know, she don't shove it down your throat, you know, the religion. But she's very religious in this, you know, in the military way, you know what I mean? You can't be in your face or you'll be crying all the time. So it's right here, but it's every decision you make is based on, you know, what would God do and what's he going to think when you get there? You're going to get up there with your grandmother, what are you going to say to your grandmother when you get to heaven? You know, the guilt. But, she grabbed my hand and she made me promise her that I would read Revelations, the Gospel of John. She wanted me to read the 9/11 one. I said I did. I read most of them, and I can't finish them. I'm sorry. I had to stop. But I promised her that I would read Revelations, and she gave me a list of the ones. I can't even remember what she was. I remember the couple of important ones, and she begged me, it's there. Please understand it's there. It's the playbook. And I was like, okay, I got it, Mom. She goes, no, look at me. She goes, I'm not up. She says, the nurse started laughing. She goes, I'm being honest with you. I need you to look at it. So I thought she left me a note in the Bible, in the Revelations. No, she really just wanted me to read because all the crazy shit is happening. I said, yeah, I know. It is the playbook. I know. I know. And they used it against us anyway. Ugh. Freaking bad. That's all right, because I think it's as of Monday, China's no longer accepting the United States dollar bill. We'll see if they're sticking to their plan. It's either Monday or I really thought it was going to be February 1st, but it'll probably have to be before the end of January if they were going to do that. This would be the last month of trading in their money before the end of the month. Yeah, that's all. You can't stop it, you know? We got sucker punched big time. You can't let your guard down like that. Everybody says, I say, look what happens when you let your guard down. We got hit hard. We got hit hard 3 times in one day, which should have been 6 times in one day. 3 were missing that never happened, with a possible uh, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Battery Tunnel, and the Williamsburg Bridge. Besides the Lincoln Tunnel, George Washington Bridge, and the Holland Tunnel. Just like they shut down the Lincoln Tunnel and the Holland Tunnel the other day. That's how easy it was. Just how easy it was for 3,000 people to walk right through that tunnel. Morons. Morons walking through the tunnel blocking traffic. Yeah. Whew. Enough. I'm just going along with my day, and that's it. What happens, happens. You start thinking about this shit, you don't sleep. I didn't sleep for a long time. 4 years, I barely slept. After that, I slept with one eye open. One eye open. But more because the building I was in was falling apart. Because I was on the waterfront with the... We'll talk about the day that it happened, maybe next week. The first plane that came in flew in over the cargo warehouse, which is ours. And our building was 60, 70 feet tall. He came in, he was only at 95 feet. He flew in under 100 feet. He was only 100 feet above the ground. 100 feet. We're 65. He was 20 feet away as he flew over the roof of our warehouse. And when he went up, the engines on the, what was that, 757, blew the whole corner of the building off. Every pipe, everything started exploding, bursting, water inside the warehouse. It looked like Home Depot. There's just air vents, those big metal long boxes for the air conditioning and the heating ducts. We had no ceiling because it was a freaking warehouse. It had a tin ceiling just like Home Depot, and the whole front of the building where I was sitting with my head this close to a glass roof, up in the air 65 feet, as we looked at the flame, flew right over our heads like this. We jumped under the desk because we were all the way up at the roof, away from the crazy people downstairs whose freight wasn't coming in, so they couldn't have contact, because one guy ran across the room, grabbed the guy, and started choking him out one day because the shit got lost. Not a good thing. $10 million worth of Nike sneakers went overboard. Guy was pissed. So after that, they put us upstairs so no one could get to us. No, no, no. That was a day. But, yeah. Well, hell yeah. I had a crazy ass dream the other night. I was under an overpass, and it was funny because I had seen another truck. Like I was going under 95 when it comes in, and you go under the 95 to get to the, gas station or whatever. An American Van Lines, red, white, and blue truck fell off, and it ended coming this way. And the people were trying to do something, but there wasn't a driver. The truck just fell off like a driverless truck. And I started screaming at everybody. Next thing you know, it's like I was on the waterfront again. And I woke up and I realized I was screaming at them that the truck's going to explode. I said, no, no, not that. And I'm pointing at the cab. I pointed at the doors because when the truck fell, it came under the overpass. I said, when that blows and those doors come off, that explosion's coming, is going to kill you all. And I started screaming at everybody to get out of the way, and I woke up. And I was like, oh, American Van Lines. Remember that white truck with red, white, and blue? You know what it looks like? The moving vans. Freaked me out. It was so real, like I could smell the gasoline. So somebody was probably driving past, but it bothered me. It's been bothering me a lot for a couple of days. It really is. I don't trust those driverless trucks. You don't even need anybody to drive them now, you assholes. So stupid. All you do is hack one of those trucks and put something on it. They don't even have to kill themselves anymore. Idiots. Fucking Elon Musk. I told you, don't trust him. He did everything they do makes it easier for them. That's all it is. Every little bit of that crazy ass technology helps the bad guys more than it's gonna help us. I just hope he gets a taste of his own fucking medicine one day. Fucking drones, helicopters, fucking piloting. They hijack those airplanes. Nobody in the world could pull a 757 straight up in the air without breaking their arms. There's no pilot strong enough to do it. You can't. It was flown by remote control and hacked. When we watch the footage, there's no way to pull a 757 straight up in the air like a jet. Absolutely not. Every pilot you've ever talked to, you can't do it. I've gone to the Air Force. No. Someone hacked that plane and flew it like a remote control. No way. The way that guy banked those turns, he flew it like he was flying an F-16. Hell no. Oh, there ain't gonna be no peace. They're gonna stop that election, Dawn, so we can't change presidents. Just like 9/11. He wasn't getting reelected, by the way. Bush was losing. He was gonna be one of the first presidents to only serve one fucking term. Ooh, what a coinky dink. We got attacked. Oh, now you can't stop it. But in that case, they just let it go. And, oh, he won again. It wasn't that he won again. We can't change presidents when you're at war. So they said it was a war, but the reason why they're not paying for us is because it was never declared an act of war by Congress. CNN declared it an act of war, but no one else did. Not Congress, not the Senate, no one. There was no act of war. That's it. Lone wolf attack, and we went after the people who we thought it was, and we never really, they called it a war on TV. It was, a mission? I forget what bullshit story thing that they used, but the Gulf War was never a war. We never declared 9/11 an act of war. Ever. That's why I don't get paid. Such crap. I thought that was awful. That's what ended up sending me out to the VA to make sure that we got that shit straight. And two 4-star generals sat me down and said, no, we never declared it, and it was never an act of war. They never reached the ground. I said, what, the guys in the planes? He said, yep. They had to set foot on the ground. I said, they did when they got on the fucking plane. That doesn't count? He said, no, they had to one of them would have had to physically live and be standing on the fucking concrete. I said, so crashing that plane into that building when they came down didn't count? He said, no, they would have had to start attacking from the bottom up. Nobody shot a gun. Nobody blew anything up on the ground. They just used the fucking plane, so there was never an act of war. It was an accident. A fucking accident is what it was listed as. That's why I get so angry. And I'm not going to make this public. So don't worry. And it's going to stay private YouTube. But yeah, that's why we're all fucked up. Okay? Never an act of war. Never an act of war. It was a horrible, tragic accident. We can never prove it. They never put a thing out. They never put a statement. There was no fucking manifesto. Nobody ever said a word. Wondered why? Can't be declared an act of war if nobody did it. We're just taking the word of a bunch of people on a fucking airplane who crashed it into the ground. How do you know all those crazy fuckers from Pennsylvania weren't nuts and just crashed the plane by themselves? We have no idea. We have no freaking proof. Oh, just because Bin Laden said he was going to do it, he was never there. Oh, yeah. We were there. I watched that shit fall. Like 50 fucking explosions if you go and you listen. You could hear all the bombs going off all day long down there. See, you guys watch that footage, but you're not listening. If you listen to the background while they're there, after the building fell, you can just hear the rest of the explosions of the other 5 buildings coming down. And it wasn't from the other vibration, because if it was the vibration, the other 100-story building would have came down right next to it, not the one that was only 8 stories tall. Want to try that one again? Oh, God. All right, go ahead, Dawn. I gotta get out of here. My light is going. I only had I think 70% on the phone when I started. We're actually getting a little longer. I think it wasn't doing this right. Yeah, not gunshots. They were explosions. Far away. Small ones. Also, there were firemen carry guns. There were a lot of police in there. Their bullets. There was about maybe 10 or 15 police got stuck with the 343, the entire fire department that went down, and they all died except for the one guy. All the cops' bullets from the heat were going off. That's the gunshots. If you heard loud gunshots, that's their 45 Magnum. Their shit was ricocheting all underneath. All their bullets were exploding. All the ammunition on their belt. Some cop cars got crushed, and then when the heat came, or just the compression of the weight of shit hitting the cop cars started setting off bullets and shit all over. It was insane. It was insane. It was bad. Yeah. A lot of firemen got shot. The ones that were dying who got caught, they were getting shot by the bullets that were going off. Bouncing all over, all that shit in there. It was awful. It was awful. It was crazy. Just madness. And then waiting for all the gas mains to start exploding. That was crazy shit. Just like Sandy, we had stuff exploding for weeks. Just manhole covers. Bang, 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 bang. Flood, flood, flood. Gas leak, gas leak. Buildings just kept collapsing from all the cracks and stuff, we can get into that all in one night. I'll make some videos explaining some of that. It's been rough if you want to hear about it. But some, crazy stuff like that. Like after Sandy, we had buildings falling down for weeks. Gas mains exploding, pipes exploding. Just it was crazy. Half of New York was just falling down. New Jersey. We had over 200 houses, foundations cracked on the Hudson River, and we were 7 miles away from the where the Lincoln Tunnel is to the buildings phone. So you got about a 7 mile run. That was it. Every single house on the Palisades Cliff between Hoboken and Weehawken up to the George Washington Bridge, every single house was cracked. Half of them were just beyond repairing because they're over hundreds of years old. My town is over 200 years old. That was the first town built. Weehawken, the Lincoln Tunnel, stole Manhattan from the Indians. That's where the big duel before Burr and what's his face, Hamilton, where they stole New York from the Indians for for some pretty beads. Yeah, that was our town. So it's got to be I think it's 220 years old, my town now. It was the first one that was settled. First civilized settlement was Weehawken, New Jersey. Uh, so all those houses are old, 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 all built on like lime and blue. It's something called blue rock, which isn't very sturdy, but the white cliffs of Dover that match the one in Ireland, that's our cliff. National Geographic came and matched with the rock DNA to our cliff, to that one, to the white cliffs of Dover. It was like a three-way thing. All right, like a peace sign. Okay, one England, Ireland, and then Weehawken, the edge east coast of America. We broke off into a letter. We were like a letter Y, and busted off, and somehow they went this way, around that way, and we were in the middle and went this way when the two things. So we actually have proof that those two pieces were stuck together, because the only place in the world is my town, Ireland, and England, by the White Cliffs of Dover, all only have that limestone particular rock. That's it. It's nowhere else in the world. So they were like, yo, they were there over 2 years in my town, digging, going through the cliffs, building under the tunnels that we have. And they finally, because they wanted to know for sure, to settle this fight about the continental drift. Well, yeah, it happened. So we proved it. Problem is that all our houses are falling down in my town because of that, because it doesn't take shock well. We just vibrated our whole town and broke every house. 200 houses. It was awful. There was a lot of construction. It made some concrete people very happy, 9/11, I'll tell you that. Between New York and New Jersey, trying to fix everybody's houses. That was rough. And all the bricks coming down. It was like walking around New York. It was like, and not even near it. You were like 10 miles away from the trade towers. Shit was still falling down. No. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah. Yeah. You could hear them. Because they got video of people walking around before it happened, and you can hear it going on. It was wacky. Before and after the plane hit, you could hear stuff exploding. Now, we found out, took a while, that the kids that they said were from Israel with the backpacks, they weren't Israeli. They were Israeli born, but they weren't. They were Iranian. And the one was Iranian, one was Saudi. They're actually relatives of bin Laden and the Saudi prince. Their mamas moved to Israel, got her citizenship, got pregnant, so they would have an Israeli birth. They weren't. They're part of the Saudi prince's fucking family and the Prince of Iran. So one of each of his kids, their kids, two women, moved to Israel 25 years before 9/11 just to have these two kids so they would have an Israeli passport and live there for 25 years. They were only born to do 9/11. We proved all of this. It was fucking crazy when we found out. That's why everybody was pissed. It's like, you fucking blaming Iran. It wasn't Iran. It was the prince. His whole freaking family did this. And no, they're not related. Yeah, you are, because we fucking proved it, you idiots. They went back over 25 years to track those women down and found them moving in so that they could blame Israel for that. No, that's coming up again soon, by the way. I couldn't believe that they went that far. I said, so they going to spend 30 years over there? He said, just, yeah, to prove a cover. Just so they could get in and no one would give them any crap. He said, they've been planning this for over 30 years, by the way. I said, holy shit. He says, oh no, this has been a long time coming. I said, but why now? He said, because it's like the 100th anniversary of something happened in the 1600s. And they wanted to put the blame on Israel, so they set that whole thing up, like they come here to be born. And the other ones were working for the airline. There was no way to get nuclear wastewater in a fucking suitcase unless someone on the ground put it in the fucking plane. Hello? Wonder where the TSA came from, why everybody freaked the fuck out? Because about 100 people in JFK helped put that shit on the planes in 12 different airports. Hello? It's not just that they crashed the planes and they exploded. Each one of those planes had a radiological fucking bomb on it. All the people in Pennsylvania are all dying of cancer. I met all the families. They're all down here going to the same fucking hospital I am. I met over 100 people from Pennsylvania all dying of the same cancers I have from the overexposure to the radiation, because there were radiological wastewater on that. All 12 planes had it. What happened to the other ones? I don't know. They just disappeared and landed, or whatever the fuck happened. But there were 12 of them. I'm assuming the rest were decoys. All right, you throw up 12 planes, which one's got it? You know? It's like they do with the president when he leaves. 6 cars drive away. You have two or three sets of a convoy when Clinton, that's a waste of money. And nobody was trying to kill him when he first got elected. Just a big freaking show. That was ridiculous. To have 5 different, I'm trying to think, you know what I mean, processions. 5 different processions that we don't know which one he's in. It's like when they fly all 3 Air Force Ones. You don't know which one the president's in, so you got to shoot them all down. Ugh. Disastrous. But they are wasteful. It always will. There's nothing you can do about it. Most of it is that we spend so much time in the car. That's what these people don't understand. And it scares me too, because most of them aren't even fucking thinking about this. Yeah, you're living in the car, that's fine. I have fucking lung cancer. Are you kidding me? Gasoline, the diesel. These people are sitting 2 feet away from having a tank of diesel gas sitting 5 feet, not even a couple of inches from their face, sitting in this enclosed car in a freaking van with diesel fumes. In less than a few years, these people are going to have fucking lung cancer, and they don't realize what they're doing. And I'm sorry to tell them, that shit's got to be outside. Yes, it's convenient to keep it in there so it doesn't freeze, but you're giving yourself cancer, you morons. Giving yourself cancer. So stupid. That's why cops get cancer too, sitting in the car with the car idling all fucking day long. You're just covered in gas fumes. Gas fumes, gas fumes. Cops firing between the white foam and all the other shit they use, but a lot of it is just those diesel engines running. They're standing there for 7 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, putting out a fire with those trucks running, inhaling the exhaust from their own fire truck. Want to know where they got cancer from? Gas fumes. Gas fumes. And gas fumes gives you a certain type of cancer. I had that when I went for the 18 months to get my hazmat specialist license. Friggin' doctorate and how they poison you. That was probably the worst thing they ever did. I said, why would you do that? You know I'm pissed off over all this, yet you send me, to go to school for 18 months to learn about all the shit they did to us? That was stupid. You gonna tell the one that's pissed off the most? Send me to go get my they become an expert, a bomb specialist. You assholes. Okay. Okay, that's good. Tell her to be careful. It's not the same. Just be careful where she is. And if she's alone, no, her husband's in the store. She's picking him up for work. I'm going to grab my kids. I have a husband and children. Yeah, look. It grew in nice. I told you, in a month, it'll be all good to go. My hair always does. It looks okay when you first cut it, but it takes a month. It goes so slow now. And it's falling out again in clumps. Look how nice she did. Miss Rare Breeds did this. But it's held up nice. It's a good length. Right? Look how pretty. Now all you gotta do is do this. And it straightens out all that poofy curls. I can make it bigger if I want. Look at that. But yeah, no, it's good. Thank you so much. It's been a while since I could just do this. And I'm done. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, it is. It got nice and thick again. It feels good. It's coming out because this is bothering me. So when this crap acts up, my hair comes out in clumps. I went like this. I had that hairball like that. It was like a golf ball. I was like, oh shit. I gotta go to the vitamin store. I forgot about the anemia. I was so worried about the sugar numbers. I forgot about the other blood shit. I ain't going for no blood transplant. Oh crap. All right, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm running out of time. My battery's gonna die. I'm gonna do a daytime video once I get the back and show you the bucket. The bucket. I'm so tired. The cabinet and stuff like that. Maybe I can give you something. Okay. Yeah, but that, if it makes you go to the bathroom, I don't need no help with that. I got the runs bad with the liver. It's making a little too much bile, but no enzymes, which doesn't make it, it's not making the right biles, say. It's making the bad biles, like bad cholesterol. Oof. Oh, externally, okay. My mother used to keep it. I always kept that in the house, and it wasn't because I said bad shit for stuff like that. Oh, maybe that's what she did in her hair, the oil treatment. She would heat up this oil in the frying pan, let it cool off a little bit, and then she would lean my head over a bowl and just pour the hot oil and then wrap my hair in saran wrap in high school. And when I was little too, when I had my long hair, we do our own hot oil treatments. I just bought some olive oil conditioner. I didn't do my hair, but yeah, it feels nice. It feels good. And it looks good. Just go boom, boom. I'm done. I just gotta fix it. It's getting thicker because I gotta wash it. But it lasts a long time. That's how dry my hair is. I could go like 3 weeks without washing my hair. It doesn't get oily. That's why the guy was yelling at me. I was washing my hair every day. He said, "Your hair is dry." No. He said, "If you washed your hair once a week, it'd be fine. You could probably wait a month before you wash that hair." My hairdresser was like, "You're killing your hair. That's why it's frizzy. You're washing it too much." He said, "You need gentle detergent, baby shampoo, lots and lots of oil, and not so much." I was like, "Okay." He said, "Put a thing on in your hair. Ask your grandmother how often she used to wash her hair when she was young. Once a week, Friday nights with the bath. Saturday night, you wash your hair and take a bath." Oh, I know, that came out nice, right? It did. It looked good. I feel the only thing I had to do was just snip the bangs. It went to here. So the bangs grew fairly quick. It was down on my nose, so I went to my eyebrows and I went to my glasses and just cut it. And now they came out good. Now it blended in with the rest of it. All I had to do was this part right here. That's it. All the rest was what you did. Yeah. Okay. Night, Dean. I am. Yeah, I know. I'm scared. That's why I take all my money out. The day I get it now, that's it. Out of the bank, off the card, done. I order what I gotta order from Amazon that day. I leave it in the bank, put my Amazon order in, get rid of my and get what I got, and I keep the rest in cash. So if I need it, I could always deposit it and then make my order. You know what I mean? I'm not leaving any money in there no more after the month before, and I couldn't get my money out. Oh, hell no. I didn't get my money till, what was it, the 6th? I couldn't pay the bill the month before. My deposit went in on my government card, and that was it. I couldn't get the money out at the Mac. I couldn't swipe it. I couldn't do shit. Yeah, right? Of course. Okay. Um, yeah, we're gonna get thrown off here. Okay. I'll make the videos tomorrow during the day so you can see better in here. And I gotta find my lights. I must have left everything over there when I left the last bag. And I'll sort out my drawers tomorrow. Ow, my butt's starting to hurt. And there's a doggy digging in my back. I think he's worn out. It was too much for him today. He was like the cat. He was chasing me around. "Stop moving, Ma. You're touching our shit." They don't like when you redecorate. It was upsetting him a little bit, but he's happy with it. Now we can go back to, he's been lights out. Plus he's growing. He's out of that puppy thing. Now he's going to sleep for hours at a time. I got to take advantage and nap with him. Heritage. Okay. Because I got to go over there and get some enzymes tomorrow and see if that helps him. That might be just all I need to kick in the insulin, so we're going to give it a try. And check it out. This is the diabetic pharmacist guy. And he's got bad, bad, bad sugar. This guy's like on the verge of dying every day for the last 10 years. He has crazy, outrageous sugar problems. So everything he's been telling me has been working pretty well. So I think that might be it because my leg swelled up, just my right leg. Um, I only had the pain back here in the side on the left side, and I forget. Oh, and the hiccups. He says, unless I got the pain in the heart, he said that they're giving you the nitro for, that the chest pain, the tightening. I said, first I thought it was my nerves. He says, it's not your nerves. That's what happens when your pancreas doesn't give you insulin. It gives you a pain right here. It mimics a heart attack. It's that you got no insulin. I said, within a couple of seconds. He said, within 30 seconds of you eating. Could be the second bite. It could be the last bite. At whatever point that your pancreas starts pumping it out. I said, oh shit. He said, and in conjunction with those hiccups, he just shook his head like, where is everybody? I said, okay, I didn't understand that. He said, maybe they're waiting to explain it to you. I said, when? He said, maybe when they figure it out. So he's been good. My doctor can only do so much. You know, his hands are tied. His hands are tied and he's staying. He's staying because he don't want to leave us, or else he would have quit like the other doctor. My lung doctor just freaking took off and quit. I ain't working for you assholes anymore. He's tired of the hospital and tired of outside influences telling them what he can and cannot prescribe for his patients. Because again, they took away all the antibiotics we need, the first responders, to keep the infection down in our lungs. They took all our antibiotics away again. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. So I'll put up some stuff tomorrow. And I think that's it. And I think I'm just going to rest. I don't think I'll be able to move tomorrow. And it's getting colder. I got to put on that buddy heater for a few minutes and dig out my blanket. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. This thing is flashing. Oh shit, now it just went to yellow. It goes from green to yellow and then red and then it shuts off. It's like a backwards oh, you know what I mean, traffic signal. I'm looking at it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them. I'll read that again. I was looking at the one, at the thing, the heritage. Alright, I'll check that out later. My eyes are blurry. Whew. Alright. Maybe I'll come on Monday night during the crazy ass storm then. That's what we were going to do tonight. We were going to ride out the crazy storm, watching on the other laptop. So I'll make sure I get everything charged tomorrow then. I'll get up early and make sure I got everything done before the end of the day. I keep seeing the notifications are coming up for Monday's storm here on the iPad. It's like bing, 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 bing. I was like, all right already. Gonna put an anchor on the car. Maybe I tie myself to one of the buildings. Put a rope around. I have to get one of those, the wenches, like the Jeeps had, and just hook around to something and tie the van. I wonder if that would work. Not to be a big, something big and heavy. You just anchor yourself down. I tie myself to a fire hydrant. They go all the way down with those pipes. Maybe it won't rip them out of the ground. No. No, a lot of them don't. I hear a lot of people talking out. Oh, the gym. The gym. They're very loud when they come out of there because the music is blasting in there. There's some crazy speakers in that gym. It's like they're in the walls, they're in the floor, it's like they're in the walls, the floor, and the ceiling all at the same time. I don't even know where they are because you don't see them. But it's like sound comes from everywhere in there. I will. You guys too. And be careful Monday. Get everything you need for tomorrow. And I'll text you tomorrow. Okay. Have a good night, Dawn. Then we lose everybody else. Sun shines. Dean left, right? He had a good night. I think he was leaving before. Good night, Dean, if you didn't leave. If you did, see you later. And Dabby, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, so, yeah, maybe we'll do that. I'll rest tomorrow. Oh, my back is going to kill me. I know I'm going to wake up. I won't be able to move. I should just take the Oxycontin now and pass out. Wake up okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm plugging in the electric blanket now. I'm going to lay down. All right, I'll make a video toward during the day tomorrow when I put all the stuff away. And then we'll do a Monday night live from the storm. Oh, good. All right. I'll see everybody Monday night. We'll see what happens with the storm. Okay? Good luck. Everybody tied down. Fingers. Good night, Dookie Dukes. I see his butt over here. And he's out. He's out like a night-night. He's getting his doggy sleep on now. He's starting to become part cat. And he's getting bigger. He's getting thicker and wider. Like every couple of days he gets poof and he gets more buff. Like all of a sudden he looks funny. Yes, we will. Thank you very much. All right, we'll see everybody Monday night. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna check in and see if the Canadians too are freezing to death. Check on them. Freaking poor Bruce. Oh man, those poor people. All right. Oh, all right. I'll see you Monday night. Have a good Sunday, everybody. Bye. Oh, there we're going. There we're going.